G'day, folks. On a pretty cold and wet and rainy and windy, what Tuesday? Tuesday night here in Sydney town. I wanted to kind of continue on with what my last video was talking about the cycle of destruction. I want to actually talk, kind of share my thoughts on violence. We're seeing, I think we've become desensitized by it to a large degree. Now, there's so many games, so many movies, so much media out there that has violence within it. Violence against women, violence against men, violence against children, violence against animals, and so on. And I mean, cinemas make so much money and directors and Hollywood practically by having these type of movies, slasher flicks, violent military, films that just don't make any sense. We're seeing blood on the screens. We're seeing shoot 'em up games happening, and really, I feel it desensitizes people. I mean, there's even media out there about terrorists. There's games out there like Battleground where you can play a soldier or a terrorist, and it just, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Look, I used to be into these video games, but now I just go to myself, it just doesn't feel right. I think as we desensitize to violence, the more and more people allow it to encroach even more. We've got road rage. We've got every type of rage possible. And it's causing devastation. And that is attributing and contributing to just utter mayhem in our societies. There's no us versus them approach. Violence affects everybody, and it changes people. It depends on the type of violence, the nature of the violence, and how it impacts the individual. But it does impact. It causes a lot of pain, misery for those who have lost somebody, and for those who are doing the violence. So, I mean, as a society, what do we want to do? Do we want to keep going down this path? Because this path that we're leading is going to end up in destroying us as a species. That's just my thought on violence. The very nature of violence for me can be political and religious in nature too. And for me, religion breeds the worst kind of violence. When somebody becomes so into their belief system, they will defend it. And they don't question what they actually believe in most cases. It's a blind feeling of believing. Yeah, the Bible or the Quran or whatever says this, so it must be correct. And then they're taking the blind assumption that yes, it was written by holy men who were inspired by God. No. I mean, this is why, you know, I believe that religion, you know, is a cancer on society, on the human race. It is a stage of cancer. You know, and maybe it was put there for us to maybe find a way around it, but we're just not. Do I feel that we're inherently violent beings? No. But the social and environmental factors, the political and religious factors, have all coalesced and caused divisions. Divisions that pit people against each other. It doesn't create rational thought and rational reasoning with other people. It's us versus them, or them versus us. Our way or no way, you know. So that's just my thought. It was just a short video. I wanted to just put it out there. So folks, I'll go back to my narcissism videos very shortly, and please do take care. Keep warm if you're in the southern hemisphere. Ciao, Peter.